Hello, and welcome to Hyperefficient Startup, episode I don't know which. I took a huge sabbatical from this show, and the reason for that is that I've been going to like conferences and networking and doing warm outreach and stuff, and it's honestly a little overwhelming because at the end of the day, you know, it's about interrupting people, and even when you're like outreaching to friends, even though I legitimately think that zero HR is amazing, right? It's still it's still hard for it not to feel a little bit duplicious. Like, sure, I'm like really happy to catch up with all my friends, and for many interactions that I had, they weren't like sales oriented at all, right? I ended up playing some games with my friends, um, spending time genuinely on maintaining relationships. Uh, but at the end of the day, like the reason why I'm doing it in a great picture, in the grand picture, is to get some, to get a network of like warm leads and to do some prospecting as well. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but I think it's fine. There are some details that I'm not willing to share here about the way like about the people I contact, because obviously it's not a public thing, because it's friends and family. But I want to probably highlight just one of the leads that I'm working on, which is a very 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 weird story. Um, so basically, there is this company here in the UK, Realm, and they are hiring a lot of rosters. And I had a chat with their CEO, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're super interested." And it wasn't back in August. And then I called them on a conference, on a Web3 conference, and I was like, "Hey guys, are you still interested?" And actually, it was surprising to me because like it kind of feels with the pace of communication between us, right? Because the guys were like, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna cost 10 grand a month. We can do a demo for you. We can do a white label contract for you and stuff like this." And and their CEO was like, "Yeah, sure. It's actually pretty interesting to me." And like then they kind of it went to radio silence. Obviously, like with me getting banned on LinkedIn, it didn't help because LinkedIn was primary channel of communication. And actually, one outtake which is very important out of this is that there's also practical reason to have multiple communication channels. So if I had their email, if I had their phone number, it would be so much easier to follow up post getting banned on LinkedIn. And just in case you don't know, I got banned on LinkedIn not for spam or anything, because like spam is actually something that is very welcome on LinkedIn, right? All these fake accounts and stuff. No, I got banned for activism. So I posted just a bit too much about Ukraine, and the reason for my ultimate ban was that I posted a political post about French election on the day of the election. So yeah, then I got banned, and I tried to register again, and I got banned again. So LinkedIn really is really determined to keep me off the of their platform. And yeah, if I had a phone number of their CEO, I would be able to just dial them and say, "Hey, like funny story, I can't, we can't talk on LinkedIn anymore. Let's continue communication about white label over email or something like that." But I didn't have their phone number. I was trusting LinkedIn as a platform, which was a huge mistake, obviously. And yeah, we are where we are. So yeah, basically this is the stuff that I want to highlight. That CEO appeared interested, and I was like, then I got ghosted, and I was like, oh shit, maybe they weren't interested at all in the first place. But then I called this guy from their company, and I met their co-founder as well. I didn't really talk to their co-founder because like I'm shy and shit. But I talked to like a senior Rust recruiter, and I'm like, hey, look, I showed them the application and everything, and how it looks and how it works. And they were like, "Oh yeah, Cham actually, CEO of Realm actually told us about it in the office." And I was like, "Wow!" So the guy's actually interested enough to share this stuff with the colleagues. But so now, like for me, it feels like they know the price. they seem to be interested. So for me, it's like it's figuring out how do I get there? How do I close? And this is not an easy thing to do. I wrote an email using like another hidden technique. I'll show it to you, I guess. Which is something that I probably shouldn't leak too much of this stuff. Let me change the thing to here. Blah blah blah. Let me open an email address, some random email, and let me open it in a pop-up, like making a new email in a pop-up. Just 1 second. I actually have this view. Anyway, let's compose full screen. Got it. Okay, let me get back to this mode. Ooh, balls. Here we go. Okay, so let's say that you have a legitimate contact with someone and you lost your primary channel of communication, or you had a chat with someone on a conference and then you kind of gave them your email, they didn't give you their email, they sounded interested. How do you follow up? Well, the thing about it is that many people and many organizations are using Google G Suite, and many organizations have the standard that you have to have your photo visible when you send an email to someone. And the only way for Gmail to show the photo of someone who's not in your contact list is for that someone to put their email address into the G Suite directory, which means that now you can do something like this. You can write, let's say you know me, you know that I go by my Latvian name, Jons, and by my occupier version of my name, which is my given name, which is Jon, right, with 2 N's, right? So you know my surname, and you know my anglicized or surname, which is like this. So this is like my anglicized name. This is my Latvian name. And you know that I work at Sorokel, okay? And you know that I work at Zero HR. So what you would do is you would try Jan Mostovoy at Zero HR.io. And you see that here there is this like blue avatar. So what this means is that Zero HR.io, the fact that there's even this highlighting, I mean, I'll 1 at 1.lv, yeah. Okay, sure. So the fact that there is this gray highlighting, it doesn't mean anything actually. It may or may not mean that the email address that you're looking at is part of G Suite directory. But if you assume that there is a corporate policy to actually have the photo of the person who works there, which is normally the case in B2B companies. Now you can continue enumerating. You can go Jons, Mostovoy, still blue. You can try Jons at zerohr.io, still blue. But when you hit the email, because it's on directory, you will get this. Information. And you can even see, detailed info about the person. And I won't prove to you that I'm not cheating, because that will involve like me going to my contact book and showing that, like, making screen dark, going to my contact book and stuff. But I'm not. I have an absolute empty contact book, because I actually don't think that contact books are good for the society, because, I know that I'm on people's contact books. I can't do anything about it, but I don't put other people on my contact book, because it means that I'm sharing trivially searchable information about other people with content book providers, which is not not the best from privacy standpoints. I mean, obviously it doesn't change much. It doesn't change anything almost at all. But in my opinion, if we can do something to protect each other's privacy even a little bit, we should be doing that. Okay, so my contact book is completely empty, but this is the way you find contacts. This is the way you bust some domain, and obviously this is not an automated way. And also, I do not think that there is an API for this. I don't think there is an API. Let's check Google API for G Suite directory to see all the public email addresses. Let's double check with ChatGPT. Okay, so let's ask this guy a question. Yeah, basically it doesn't seem like you can do it outside of the organization, which is great. Kind of great for me because actually I'm thinking like I already wrote a tool that I call Mailbuster, which is a thing that Mail Ripper, which downloads, which basically uses inbox format, like that you can get with Neomat or Mat or Thunderbird for normal people. So you install Thunderbird, you connect it to your email addresses, it downloads your emails automatically. You wait for like, I don't know, an hour or an evening. You get all your emails historically with IMAP protocol, and then you go like Mail Reaper, path through your inbox file on your disk, and then it rips out all the emails and it sorts them by the occurrences. So I already have this implemented. And now the next thing that I want to do is I want to actually make a system that abuses the fact that make kind of like Deerbuster, but for G Suite, G Suite directory, and that would be so good for sales. And also, this is just a product. And also, even more, also, this is your step into rocket reaches, because now we can let the users do busting on their own machines from their IP addresses, using our software, and have the software communicate with the mothership, with their findings, right? So now we can go like full evil, and we can be like Rocket Reach 2.0, because now using this approach we actually have at least active emails, and we can do all sort of data science. We can like market ourselves as like 100% thing, and eventually we will get fucked by Google saying, you know what, let's just have a fucking button allow non-contacts to see my photo. You know, someday Google will just make this refactoring, and then we're gonna get fucked. But in the world where marketing is the queen, no one will even no one will even notice if people will keep paying us money. So this is something that actually I'm looking for to put together like Mailreaper, um, the program that I described but didn't write yet, put them into like a small package and charge people for this stuff, because this actually is like super valuable. And the reason why I'm talking about it is that with Realm, this is how I got their executive's email, right? So I figured, okay, look, they must have Google Directory enabled, and then I like enumerated a bunch of options, a bunch of like email, mail templates, like, and then I found the one that is required, and actually when I'm thinking about like the way to distribute software like this, I figured, you know what, guys, like we can fucking just send encrypted JavaScript blobs. Like, I don't know. It's like it's security through obscurity, but yeah, we can like have a launcher. Um, maybe we can have like a launcher that creates a session with our server, and then our server is like sending commands to the browser, and then the browser just evaluates everything. Um, yeah, so something like this. Obviously, it hinges on the user getting into their email, um, and there's like a security and compliance. Well, compliance is not a matter here because like we're breaking TOS of some companies, but anyway, like there's a security standpoint, obviously, and um, and yeah, like, but not actually people kind of don't give a shit. Also, we can ask people. Also, we can ask users to use a throwaway account if they're concerned. Yeah, something like this, and then bish bash bosh. We have edge compute. We have actual compute happening on the user's account or the user's machine, but the commands to invoke stuff come from the server. Um, yeah, beautiful idea. Uh, this is something that I'll do when I have some free time. But yeah, this is the explanation for radio silence, explanation of where I went, what am I doing, and yeah, still no customers, but it's fine, because actually we have like something I called like an avalanche of opportunities, because even beyond even beyond the fucking just like selling zero HR, I got so many contacts from all the conferences, and some people just need to get shit done, and then we can just even come in as consultancy. Yeah, something like this. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is a short video. It's under 20 minutes. I hope that some hacks, tricks were insightful, and see you in the next one. Peace.